If you're missing Slow Horses already after the end of season 5, do not despair, because on the very same day that the final episode comes out of that season, and of course there is more Slow Horses to come, so don't fret, but you might have to wait best part of a year for that. On that very same day, there is a new series coming out called Down Cemetery Road, and the good news about that is that it comes from the Mick Herron cinematic universe, the newly minted one from Apple TV Plus, because this is an adaptation of his first novel.
Well, 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 a customer. Let me guess. You've got a husband, he's got a secretary. Am I warm?
The secretary's still a thing.
Instead of being based in the grimy outposts of MI5 at Slough House, this is a story that is based in Oxford, in a fairly grimy PI's office. Not all of it, but we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail later. Instead of Gary Oldman as our central star, we have another great British actor, Emma Thompson, who plays Zoe Bowman, the private investigator at the centre of the book series. Now, she has quite a lot in common with Jackson Lamb. She's not quite as grimy, but she's certainly spiky, acerbic and offbeat, and quite the character to get your teeth into as a viewer, and an absolute delight on screen.
Who are you?
Zoe Byrne, private investigator.
Now, in this first series, we are introduced to a new character who is neither of those people, called Sarah Tucker, who's played brilliantly by Ruth Wilson. Now, Sarah is an art restorer who's relatively bored with her life and fairly downbeat about everything that is going on. We meet her and her financier husband, and they're entertaining a particularly unpleasant client of his. He's hoping to get business. The client is played by Tom Goodman Hill and is called Gerard, and is really very excellent. While they're having dinner and having a bit of an argument about life, the universe and everything, there's a massive explosion in the street.
I think someone's hiding something.
Okay, so Big Bang. 2 bodies and a disappeared child.
Now, Sarah notices in the aftermath of this that a child has kind of gone missing suspiciously, and she starts going on in a search of this child, trying to find out what is going on. And so starts our story. When she hits quite a lot of dead ends, she comes by chance upon the offices of Zoe Bowman, and we are then introduced to a new pairing who get together and go and try and find out what is going on with this girl who's gone missing, and things get very complicated very quickly.
Sarah, you are in shark-infested waters, and there are no rescue boats.
This is a story that has a lot of things that feel similar to the Slough House series. So if you like Slow Horses, I think you're going to like this. Emma Thompson is fantastic, and Ruth Wilson bounces off her very well too. You're instantly drawn into a kind of conspiracy world of people who are working in the secret services, people who are trying to stop things from getting out. It's one of those stories where you peel back one layer and you find another. There's lots of action, there's lots of intrigue, and this is a show that is the perfect replacement if you are looking to fill that Slow Horses shaped hole in your life. So I would highly recommend that you go and check out Down Cemetery Road on Apple TV Plus. And if it's a hit, which I think it's going to be, then there's going to be some more coming from that series as well as from the Slow Horses.